Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Harmonics with Gregory Correa. Today we have a very special guest. It's a world event. It's a tragedy which is going on in Ukraine. In the pre-dawn hours of February 24th, Russia attacked Ukraine mercilessly. So I have a special guest. I have an international student named Diana who's going to speak today with my questions. Welcome to my show, my dear. How are you?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's good to see you. You can relax. I know you're a little bit tense. So for me, I'm going to ask some questions that hopefully that you could talk about. How do you feel right now at this moment?
The first words coming to my mind, it's I feel hopeless. I feel a great pain, angry, hate, and resentment for all my people and relatives, friends in Ukraine.
When you say those words, it is directed at the Russian military, right? The operation that Putin wanted to do. You've seen it coming before. You stated it possibly earlier when we were talking. When did it actually start where you knew that this was going to happen? What did he take over in the south that you guys knew that eventually he'd try to get Ukraine?
No one knew that he would do this. In 2022, well-developed country, European country, no one expected Putin would ever do this again. It happened on 24th of February after Russia celebrated a big holiday, military holiday, and they attacked without any warning. People lived perfect life. Kids were going to kindergarten. People lived great without him. No one asked him to go. He decided to come to Ukraine and send his warriors because of his special military operation. He called us Ukrainians neo-Nazis,
right?
Because he wanted to help Ukrainians who, by his words, killing each other, which is absolutely not true.
It's false.
It's false. It's not true. And Ukrainians are kind, sincere people with a big heart, always ready to help each other. There is no talking about Ukrainians would kill yourself, our nation, and someone else. Do you have how many foreign people we have who loves Ukraine? I have so many Ukrainian American friends, American people I talk to, and when they find out I'm from Ukraine, they tell, "Oh, I know Ukraine. I've been there. There are such a great people, such a great hospitable, right?" Putin is crazy. People go insane. Why did it happen?
So in that time period, you said, so it came so rapidly, right? And so it was a normal day, right? The day before, the 23rd, it was a normal day in Ukraine. No one thought, even though that they were lining up all around, they didn't think that this would be really a strike into your country. Am I correct?
Yes, I remember it was 24th in Kiev, 5 or 6 a.m. And in America it was evening time, and I was on my phone with my friends. And I see my friends starting sending me terrifying pictures and video how bomb attack into Ukraine. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call you back, guys. And I'm calling my mom, and she's sleeping. I call her like, is it true? I'm asking her, is it happening for real? Why? How did it happen? What did it bring to be? What's the reason? They didn't know it's gonna happen, and after they turn on TV and they see, yes,
the pillage and everything, the destruction.
Yes, And everyone thought that it's just some warnings, you know, he plays some game. But as it turned out, it's 22nd day and he's not gonna stop. First day we ask Russia, speak up. How you chose a president? You see you know our culture, you know Ukrainian people. We thought that you are our neighbors.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
You betrayed us. When the first days when just the war started, we tried to talk to you. We said, go speak up, go to Kremlin. You guys are 144 million. You're 30 times more than Ukraine is, the territory.
Right.
When in 2014 Ukraine was defending Crimea and Sevastopol, students, all people, I know some of them were scared, like in Russia, I understand this. But if Russian would gather all together and just go against one Putin, they wouldn't even have those sanctions. Europe, NATO, yes, everyone would help them. But for now, what I can see, 22 day is coming up. No one cares. It looks like they fine with having sanctions. They blaming Ukrainians. My friends, Russian, do you know how many bad messages I got?
Oh, probably a lot.
I'm asking, do you want my family die? Do you want me to die, or my relative, someone like you know, so you believe what's going on?
Right.
And they still don't understand why Putin did this.
Really?
Yes.
Is it just because they're just being irrational, or they just don't want to face the truth? I mean, it's pretty apparent that we have seen it as Americans. We have seen what's going on. We're aghast. That's what I wanted to ask you then. Here, we'll go reverse a little bit. Do you think America is doing enough?
I want to say great. I'm very thankful to America, yes, from all Ukrainians who helps with rockets, money. I know that many people wants to help Ukraine, and we are blessed to have this help from you, America.
Thank you.
The main reason to stop, how we can help to stop this war, it's if NATO, I won't stop telling this, if NATO can close the sky. I understand the third war is coming and might happen, and we don't want this.
Right.
But Putin is crazy. People go insane, and every day is getting worse and worse, and we don't know what to expect. Ukraine is not in NATO, and he can do anything to us. But if America closes the sky and start hitting the planes, I don't think that Putin can do something. But Ukraine is not well protected, and you don't know what's next move of Putin.
No, we don't.
Nobody knows. I mean, I want to say that I understand America. I understand your fear. And if you want to ask me how you feel the war is gonna be over, I don't know. There is no sense, because no one knows what to expect from Putin, and we are all scared. That's why we ask, help us, NATO. Do you see? Maybe Putin wanted to get Ukrainians' lands because we are not in NATO, because he knows that we are weak. But if we are asking for European and American leaders for help, to help more, and Russians speak up, but I don't know if it's gonna.
We've seen that on TV. Russians have spoken up, and what we found out and what we see on the visuals is that they're actually taking their people in the jail and doing the same thing. They don't want people to know what's going on. Putin also doesn't want. He just wants to capitalize on you. He wants to include Ukraine as the old Russia. Am I correct?
Yes.
So he wants to, because you're a democracy, so he wants to just flatten you out, and he just wants to absorb you, right? So when you talk to your friends, I know they're fighting and everything like this. So their thoughts they've got to be madness there, right? Obviously, they're mad at Putin. The world's mad at Putin. You talked about we talk about the no-fly zone as you know, if we do a no-fly zone, he just mentioned this morning that he'll use biological weapons on you. You know what I'm saying? So we are dealing with a monster. How do we take him out? What do
Kill
we do?
him.
That's it.
Who can help me? Tell me who can help me.
You-
Just how can only one crazy person bring so much harm to the whole planet?
I think that he's absorbed in being a dominant figure in the world picture. We also know one thing about Putin. We all know he's a killer. Flat out, I've said it. He's a killer, and he wants to kill your country, and then there's going to be another step someplace else if he wins this. The only thing that I could say is you got to do it diplomatically. You heard that Biden talked to the Chinese chairman today. I don't know how. I haven't really heard what came out of that yet, but I know they were talking basically about your country, because he could turn on China. Who knows? But I think the thing here with your country, man, you're very brave people. I mean, you see things. I never in my life. I mean, we watch old war films in Vietnam and all that stuff. I never thought in my lifetime that I would see that kind of war again. But now he's hitting hospitals, your apartment buildings, with people still there. So how do you stop it? In your mind, what does your people say to you when you're talking to them? If you get a chance, what are they saying right at this moment? What's their process of their thought right now? What's their mindset right now?
Everyone feel a great hate for Putin. If you saw Instagram only, you would understand the people pain. I just can't imagine how people in Ukraine who is hiding in bomb shelters feeling.
Subways, right?
I feel terrible because I cannot help anyone standing here. Some fundraising, but there is no chance to be safe from Putin. You never know. Maybe tomorrow he'll do what he mentioned about nuclear war. But do you understand that Russian is our relatives? It's our neighbors. How you can believe someone when 144 countries believe to Ukraine? And they see it. They know the truth, but they continue believing Putin. If I were Russian, I would write to TV. I would write to NATO. I would write to all international sanctions, screaming, "We need help." But they are fine. They don't do anything. Believe me, they are blaming. We have so much hate to Ukraine. For what?
For what? Yes.
We didn't ask you to come to our land. Who are you and why you decide that you're ahead of the planet to ruin people's life? It's a hard question. It's a tough question. No one knows how to stop him. But I'm just sure that the third war is coming. I'm sure. He's getting mad. He sees that America and Europe help a lot.
Yes, 38 countries. Thank you.
But do you understand that maybe if the sky won't be closed today, do you understand that maybe the next country it's America or another country in Europe?
Most definitely.
That's why right now I feel like it's time when we have like the whole planet and all leaders of the whole world, they have to get together and do something against Putin. Those sanctions not working for him. I'm sure that he was prepared for them. He knew it. Also, I believe that he knew that for 2 days he would get all government, Ukrainian government, and all people like he did it in 2014. But Ukraine won't forgive it anyone. Last time we did it so easily, and right now we united as we never been before.
Yes,
we became so patriotic. The one thing that I want to say to Russian people is thank you that you made us be stronger, more helpful, and cherish all moments we spent with family and be closer to each other. But there is no friendship anymore with Russian.
You can't.
It's hard.
It'll be centuries before, if we're here. There has been talk you know, okay, so the Chancellor of Germany, he closed the pipeline. Do you think, you mentioned that the sanctions, he was prepared. So you don't think that sanctions are working that well? The Chancellor of Germany, he actually closed the pipeline. They were, you know, how they were going to, Russia and them have a pipeline, that's a sanction. So you don't really think that it's really helping that much at this moment, the
He
sanctions?
gets gas. He gets money for gas for Europe, and if Europe puts this sanction, then how Europe's gonna live without this gas? So he gets some money. Nestle company, international company, sent money to him all the time, and he gets like 5 milliards every day.
Oh my goodness.
But can you imagine he spent those money not for Russian nation, not for Russian people, right? He can stop because we are screaming. We make Russian people say, please stop, stop and tell everyone. But he continues doing war. So is he thoughtful about his Russian people? No.
No,
He doesn't care.
he doesn't.
Do you know that he sent warriors and Russian people, and when they die, they have to die, right? Because we protect and we're gonna fight to the end. He denied to take dead bodies to Russia.
I know.
Do you know?
Yeah. That's savage, isn't it?
I'll show you pictures where kids just walking in the streets, and you can see how dead bodies are laying down, and you can see those banners when said, you know, dead. So people are just grounded and buried right down
there.
in the ground. And people see it, and kids see it. Do you know that our 6-year-old kids sitting in bomb shelters and writing poems and composing songs about Putin, how terrible he is?
Yes,
I mean,
terrible.
like, what are you doing to our young generation? What are you doing to our people? That's why Russia has to stop. It has to help to stop. When we were not happy with Yanukovych, our ex-president before Zelensky, people went and we created Euromaidan. He ran away. So Putin also probably expected that Zelensky
Would be weak.
Would be weak.
Yeah,
Well, but
he's not.
Yeah.
He's a hero. He's really
Yes.
a hero. He fights back.
Strong X, yes.
He fights back, and he gives. He reminds me of the great leaders of the world when you're facing evil. And right at this moment, we face the biggest evil in our planet as Putin right now. So in your thoughts and doing this and telling the stories that you do, why does he, in your mindset, you said earlier, we have to get rid of him, obviously, but the world has to join in even more. We have to, I don't know if they're sending you planes or, you know, or whatever material they are. Let's say, the world has to help. What else do you think the world needs to do for you as a country? Because you've lived there, your family's there, your friends are there, you have connections all over in that country. What do you think that needs to be done that could force this to stop? Because we're in 22 days, is it now? Nobody, and he didn't think, he said it was only going to last for 3 days, and that's the perseverance of your country fighting back. What do you think it really takes for the world to really make this madman stop?
More sanctions, the strictest sanctions ever been. Actually, right now, Russia is the most sanctioned country in the world, and never any country was sanctioned like Russia before. We actually get a lot of help from many countries. We just asking to keep doing this and continue until Russia's gonna be more weaker, and NATO closes sky, and America sent more jets, rockets, bombs, money. America does a lot. You know, I admire people who, military people from around the world, they go to Ukraine and they say, we're going to fight for Ukraine.
Yes, there is. You're actually having people coming into your borders and say, we'll fight with you. which is there was a gentleman who is a retired military man from a serviceman from America, and he suited up, and that's a pretty courageous thing. He's in his 60s, and it's pretty that he wants to fight, because he says, I live here. They wanted him to go home, come back to America. He said, I can't. This is my home now. My wife is Ukrainian. I have to fight for it. You know, there's people that are coming forward. I also noticed that people that did leave Ukraine on the first wave, now they're coming back. They want to come back and help. You have 40 million people, over 40 million people in Ukraine.
44.
You know, Ukraine seemed to always be a country that that people like to go see. You know what I mean?
Living country.
Yeah, it was, and now we have this evil man that it just doesn't seem he'll go away.
You know why we wanted to leave the country? Because since '96, when Ukraine got independence, we had terrible presidents who didn't do anything for his nation, us Ukrainians. And Zelensky did for just a couple of years. He did everything possible and even more than any ex-presidents before. So right now I want to tell you that everyone gets patriotic even before war. Since Zelensky came ahead of government, he made us believe that everyone is a president. We are president. So let's build the country we want to have all together. You know,
Yes.
so Russians have to learn from us how to be that much united.
Yeah, you're conclusive. You're all together.
All together.
He makes you feel like Zelensky, when you watch him talk, and he's a brave man because he's the number one target, as he said in his numerous times. His family's second, which he said on a newscast that I listened to. Zelensky is a hero, and he's fighting for his country. He's fighting for his country like any American would, or any Ukrainian who's actually fighting. That's why no one, even the madman himself, didn't think that this would last 22 days. He thought he would just be a firestorm and done. So that tells a lot. You've mentioned also, and I've talked to other people, we're on a powder keg, as we know. It could be a World War III. If it does become a World War III, then we're all in hell. It doesn't matter where you're from. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But he seems to be that he wants to provoke that.
I know for sure that Putin wants the whole world be Poland Putin, America Putin, Ukraine Putin. The whole planet has to be Putin, and he won't stop until he's gonna be killed, or until he's gonna die from heart attack or cancer, or I don't know.
It wouldn't bother us, would it? I wouldn't bother me if he died. I think that at this particular time in our world, I think if Putin does lose, then he'll be gone. His country will go on. I listened to a newscast last night, and it says that he's not even telling his own soldiers what is going on back home with the protests. Now, you don't think that some of those people that are fighting, you don't think that some of their family members are out in the Red Square or something and are getting taken to jail. So if the Russian army knew that, or army, they'd probably change and kind of have a different mindset. There's been 9 or 11 commanders that have been killed. So what? They're coming into your country because you guys are really peaceful. I have friends that have been to Ukraine, and they've loved it. You know, they love the food, the atmosphere, the ancientness of your city. And now they're just blowing everything up. What do you think about that? What do you think of? You talked earlier about children. What do you think the children? And let's just go all the way up to in the 20s and things. What do you think? What's that mindset? That's always going to be in their mind for the rest of their lives. Am I correct? You know.
Kids?
Yes.
Absolutely. My brother, who is 13 years old, he's crying, calling me and crying every day, saying, Diana, I'm scared to go to sleep because I have a dream for 4 days, like the bomb hits the window and it cuts my leg. So how can I feel, and how can I like Russians? I mean, I understand there are some normal Russians, people who know the situation really well, but they still cannot do anything. We ask to speak up. There is no problem to speak up. If all together get together, Putin won't kill any. Okay, 5 people. Okay, some will be killed. Some will go to jail, but it won't. It's not compared to the life Ukrainians experience right now, and I wish Russians would never experience this.
Right.
But I just want them remember that our hate mutates every day, and
it grows, don't it?
grows every day. Do you know that that Russian soldiers they go crazy? They rape women.
Yes.
Did you
Kill
know
children.
this?
Yes.
I have confirmed videos. I have audio. I have photos. I will provide everything to you. Just the world, anyone who can see
the real story.
the real story. They see it. They see it. Recently, yesterday, I watched video. The Russian guy, he was speaking to Russian girlfriend, who's currently Russian, and she say, how is Ukrainian? They're fascists. Kill them. Like they deserve any normal life. And he said, you know what? I found a German house. Oh, I found so much gold. I found cigarettes. I found alcohol. I'm gonna drink it. And Russian girlfriend answering him, oh, yeah, kill them more, but I hope you are fine. I hope you're not raping other women like your friends do. He said, like your friends doing? He said, no, I don't, but against jokes around this. There are some insane things when he said, I'm gonna steal microwave. And his Russian girlfriend answering, oh yeah, I need microwave. School, bring it here. So why she's not? Do people believe in karma, in God? I don't know. Does she think that he's gonna survive? Do you know how many people hate Russians and they send our bad vibes?
Right.
Good vibes?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
We
don't.
We want them die, and as our people die.
So you said your family's still in Kyiv?
Yes.
So how does that work? I mean, they're hitting it really hard. They have been hitting it. We see pictures with the pictures that they show on TV. They're hitting apartment buildings, hospitals, schools. How do they're in underneath bunkers, but how do they does it ever stop, or is it continually just being pounded?
It continue all the time. The one thing that Kyiv is protected really well because there is Zelensky, there is all government, and
that's still intact. Am I correct?
Of course,
all the cabinet people.
Bombed. Yesterday, my mom jumped from the floor. They're sleeping on the floor all together because she heard the bomb, and she told me like it's super close. It's somewhere near us.
Does your mother live in? Are they in residential areas, or they're in apartments? Are they in
apartments, and they cannot go to basement. I don't know. So somehow they covered windows with tape. I don't know if it can help them, but Russians don't even allow. People are scared to leave their places because they hit cars, they hit innocent people.
Yes.
Do you know that Russians have drones and they see people and they kill innocent? It's like, is it like PlayStation game? So when they see on the drones some people, they just shoot bombs, and you can see it on video. I'll provide it so you can see.
So in other words, they're just, you're right, absolutely correct. It's like a game that a young child would be playing at home, and that's actually happening in your own country right now.
Our kids getting brave, strong, but with a great hate. I don't know what nation they grow in. And Russia, I don't know. Russia's gonna be dirty for decades.
For they'll never, this particular moment in our history in the world, they'll never be forgiven for this, because you're a democracy. You guys are going. Zelensky is a strong. He loves his country, like you're saying right now. He loves his country. I just, there's really no place to hide. I mean, I've watched on. There's really no place to hide. You guys are like open targets.
The story about Mariupol Drama Theater. Have you heard this?
No.
So he wanted to take this place because then he would get land access to Crimea, because right now he has only by sea, and that's why he attacked Mariupol. It's a ghost city. It's probably gonna be disappear. Yes, it's gonna be disappear. It's gonna be disappeared from the map, I swear. So there is no place left, as you said, to be hidden somewhere, and people hiding in drama theater, and they write down on the ground, kids, no shooting. Do you think it stopped them?
No, they're gone.
Only for a few days, thousands of people are dead.
In there.
Thousands.
And and you can't get to them, huh?
No.
So they're just rotting there? Is that what's
They
going on?
kill.
They're killed and they let them go.
Maternity hospital. Yes. When we got humanitarian help in Mariupol, people were staying in line for bread and water, and Russians just came and shoot them.
Why they're standing in line?
To get bread and water. Do you know that there is no electricity, no food? Russia doesn't allow to open green corridors for us. They said we will, but that's why we believed. People went to get some food, and they shooting.
They annihilate.
There is no stop for them. They're killing pregnant. They're killing kids. They steal kids. In 2022, people die from lack of water, dehydration, lack of food, cold, hunger. How is it possible to stop if not to kill him? I want to find someone. I don't know how to do this, but I'm asking world to find the way to do this, because how many more people have to die? This war stop. And I think even if maybe America has to let us go to be in NATO, but I believe also Putin get more mad.
If as stated, as you just said, if we went into NATO, if they did, you know that he is going to become even more fiercer, because that means that he has 38 countries, and that would include your country, would be 39. And now he knows that 39 countries. I think the world is looking at this, and I think they want to move like this, but they also know that this guy, Putin, this evil, sinister man that is doing so much harm and destruction to your life, your way of life, the way of life that you grew up in, you said earlier, a nuclear war, the warheads. He would be the type of guy. He's already shown some of the stuff about being this morning. He spent, if this doesn't keep on going on, because he's being embarrassed right now by your country because how hard they want to fight. So the humility and all the stuff that has to be done, you're gonna have that whole area. When we win, you're gonna win. Believe me, you'll win. Let's get that clear. There's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna have to help your country. We have to come to you, and it's probably gonna have to be rebuilt. You just said the lower port in down south in your country, it's no more. You said there's thousands of. I mean, who thinks of that? You know. So I am really I'm here for you. We're all here for you. We are so glad that you could tell your story. We want you to show it when you can to people. But we Americans here right now, we are 100%. I have not heard one American that I know, and I'm sure everybody in the booth knows, all our team. There's not one person that agrees with Russia. No one does.
Thank you for your support and your help. You can't believe how much it means for us Ukrainians. We need prayers from other people. We need help. Please continue do this.
We'll
help
definitely
a lot. Without you, we would give up, or we would be dead by that time.
No, we don't want you. As an American all my life, obviously, and then all the people that are in our booth, from Sujoy to Chad, and Turan, and all the others that work with us, we are here 100% to support you, because we know that you're hurting. I could feel it I'm here in front of you. I know how much your country means. And it's really amazing that you're here and yet your heart is at home. And so the only thing that really has to be done is to fight what you're doing, pray and pray for the death of Putin.
It's true.
It is actually true. I mean, to wish that or to pray on that, it's hard to say, but it's really not when you're devastating children, and he's even taking out our elderly. You're elderly. I mean, we're all human. We're the human family, right? So we have a madman that's putting us on a brink. We're all on a power keg right now. So, is there anything else that you would like to say to your? You can even speak in your own native tongue if you want, and tell them how you feel. You know, the camera could be on you, and can we get the camera on her so that she could speak in her own native tongue? If you, we would really like you to do that.
Yeah.
Right here.
I'm Ukrainian. I'm from Kiev, and currently I'm in America. And I want to say a huge thank you and show the greatness from all Ukrainians. Say thank you to America, Europe, for the all leaders of the whole planet who helps us a lot. Without you, we would give up and die the first 2 days. But we still need help from our leaders, America and Europe. Closing the sky, it would help a lot. I believe that the whole world just have to gather all together, and we have to go all against one harmful person. It's Putin. If there is no chance anyone can kill him, the world has to be together. We have to have this spirit, get together and believe that tomorrow this war stops. Because if sky doesn't close now, Putin is crazy, Putin is dangerous. We never know what is on his mind. And we don't know if your country is next to be attacked, be bombed, and your people die. So let's get all together. Let's not stop to help each other. Let's pray together, and let's wish the death for Putin. I don't know, because there is no chances for us, Ukrainian, and the whole world to be protected from Putin if NATO doesn't close the sky. I'm with all my people. I'm proud to be Ukrainian. I'm proud of you guys, that you are so brave, that you show the powerful and strongest. You are a great example for the full planet. Keep going, I believe in you. And the victory is going to happen very soon. We win. Slava Ukraini.
Thank you for doing that. You're a brave person, even to come here, to tell the story. No wonder why people like Ukrainians, because when they speak their mind. I'm going to read something what your president Zelensky said. We're fighting for our lives. We are fighting against tanks, planes, mortars that Russia is using to destroy us. Every shot against Ukraine, this is a shot and a stop to Russia. Takes to destiny itself to self-isolate. We will not do that. Your president is really one of the most strongest world figures. He's going to have to continually badger the world. He's going to have to keep on. You got to lean on him. He's got to lean on him. We cannot have in the West, we cannot have this, because it's going to make an imbalance in the world. If the world doesn't come, and they are aiding Ukraine, we don't want to have a nuclear winter, because then we're all possibly gone, except possibly the evil people. So, I mean, you're just a brave person to speak out. You're really a brave, and so what you're actually showing is the dynamic of the Ukrainian people.
It's terror. It's terror. We have to stop this.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
In 2022, any country never done this before, like Putin did. And I'm just scared for the whole world, not only Ukrainians.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely correct.
Recently, like few days ago, the bomb was like on NATO border countries.
Yes.
You never know what's on his mind.
Exactly. So some people think that if he wins this war, which we hope we don't, because then you'll be slaves to his own puppet.
We're gonna die. We never let
But
this
you will
go.
not let that happen.
We'll go with all weapons for Russian nation. It's gonna be war. That's why I'm telling you, there is no reason the third war is coming. I don't know what's gonna happen. Only the death of Putin.
That's
If he get in some cities, he put already Russian flags. But I promise we're gonna get back Crimea and Sevastopol back to Ukraine. We get so mad, and we're gonna fight to the end. So.
sure. You have demonstrated to the world that you're some of the most bravest people in the world. You are showing to the world that this is your country. This isn't Putin's. This isn't the world's. This is Ukraine, and you're fighting for everything. You're fighting for your future. You're fighting every day for your own right to live a good life in the planet, in our world right now. It's scary times, but you're a brave person, and for us that do this show, Harmonics, we want to thank you for coming, because it takes a brave person, what you've spoken about and what you've said. I want to thank you for coming on my show, man. You are absolutely an amazing woman. You have a fighting spirit. God bless you. And if you would like to say anything in Ukraine to your families and to your mom or anybody that you love over there, say it in your native tongue, so that say something nice, or say whatever you need to say. And it doesn't, for us, if you get emotional, it's okay. We're right here. We're all here together for you. So it's all yours. Just say it.
First of all, thank you that you called us brave, and thank you that you let me come here and speak up. I wish Russians learn from all immigrants whose families suffering, because I know that many Russian families currently in all around the world and also worry about family. So speak up like I do, and like lots of other Ukrainians do. Me as an immigrant, I just worry. Do you know how hard it's to be not to be helpful for my family and not to see them personally? I haven't seen my family for 5 years, and for me it's a terrible because I don't know if I ever meet my family again. I don't know if my family will ever can visit me. I don't know if my generation will ever be able to come to Ukraine and see where I raised, to see family, and it's terrible. I don't sleep same as my family don't sleep, because we are all the time on the phone, and if I send the message and I don't get reply, I'm worried. I'm all the time on phone, on watching news, listening podcasts, because you never know what happened to your family. So this is really complicated, and I want to thank you again. Yes, to America, in Europe. I don't know, to everyone, because we didn't expect you would help.
Oh, we had to, because you have freedom. Your country is freedom.
We want to talk, and Russia slaver. Then if you cannot talk and you cannot speak to the world, probably everything is fine for you and you don't need any help. But we just want leave us alone. We are not neo-Nazis. Our president is half Jewish. Ministers also have some Polish roots. We're all together. Our Ukrainian women are married to Afro-Americans, to Chinese, Asian, all people around the world.
Right.
How Zelensky said, we don't care about your ethnicity and what your skin color is. It doesn't matter, because everyone in Ukraine is treated equally.
Yeah.
This is our goal. And when Russian, you come, you see that everything is fine and people living their best life. Why you doing this? Why you can't stop? Why you doing murder things? Why you killing people? Why you continue killing people? You see that innocent people, kids, pregnant women, but what you doing only worse to yourself. The whole world gonna hate you for decades. And in my head, there is only questions: why, and when you gonna stop? What's gonna happen? What are we waiting for? Just stop. Ukrainians military, when they get Russians, they said they're not killing Russian military.
Right.
They say, go and call your family, go to call your parents and say what for real is going on in Ukraine. And some of them, yes, they crying, some of they say yes.
They know.
But why other Russian military warriors, you continue killing people? People who's trying to survive and get bread, water, and help to survive their kids. It's a terror and it has to be stopped. Just world.
The last words here today is that we all know that Putin is evil. He is doing war crimes that we've never seen before since World War II. He is damaging, he is killing, he is really basically slaughtering innocent people, men and women, elderly, children, leaving them out on the streets. They can't even give them a proper burial. I'd like to thank Diana because she's a brave woman to come on TV to tell her story. My prayers are with you. My family's prayers are with you. You could come on again when you want to, if you ever feel like you. But you are brave. You're a hero. You're brave because you're telling your story about your country that you love so much, your family, the whole thing. We know that it's a dangerous time, but I can't thank you.
Thank you so much. I just want that other people also won't be scared to tell about their feelings. If you're Russian, tell, explain. The world's gonna help you. Ukrainians gonna help you. Believe me, Ukrainians would never attack Russia, never. Just don't touch us. We are normal people. We want to live normal life. We don't need your help. Please just go away and sell your government. But you becoming more evil and mad every day, destroying our lives. And this is gonna be on your karma and forever. You doing worse. Just put Ukrainians on your place. What would you feel? Just stop it. That's why I want everyone be more spiritual, you know. No one to be scared or afraid to talk, because we're all free people and we have a voice. And if we have a voice, why wouldn't we lose this chance to talk? If we need help, we ask for help. If we ask you to stop, stop. Because next day, you, Russia, might be on our Ukrainian place. So then don't ask Ukrainians come and help you. When we were ready to do this, we would do this. But not anymore. We won't forgive you this. Never, never, never.
So Diana, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
You're always welcomed here. The only thing I can say is that we are truly mad at what's going on. We don't like what's going on with Putin. But whatever we could do as Americans, we will do the best we can. And I hope that our President Biden will continue, and we'll see how every day is different, but we'll see how, hopefully, let's hope tomorrow that Putin withdraws or something happens to him, so that your country is going to take a long time. We're going to have to reconstruct your country and clean it up, because that is going to be a mammoth affair. He's blowing this up. I mean, neighborhoods as big as mine or bigger are no longer there.
Do you know what other sanction has to be imposed on Russia? Every Russian person has to come to Ukraine and build new, beautiful, looking international, country, or get all money from them, all taxes. So we get income. No, actually, we don't want you in our country. No, we just need money, right? To grow, to grow a beautiful new world, new country where all people, it's gonna be top country in the world. I'm sure, I don't know how more years we need to rebuild this, but all foreigners, welcome to Ukraine. You will see what Ukrainian hospitality means, and you will see a big difference between Russians and Ukrainians. And I'm happy that no one ever gonna ask me the difference between Are you Russian or
We
Ukrainian?
know who the Ukrainians are, and we don't like the Russians at all.
Yes.
So this is Gregory Correa along with Diana, who's very brave to come on my show. I'd like to thank all of you for watching our show, but this one is about our world. This one is about a country. This one is about a woman who has her family and friends who are under attack and siege. Think about it. Pray for them. Pray for peace in Ukraine. And may God bless all of us. And let's get rid of Putin. Peace and love to all of you.
Thank you. Слава Україні!